Welcome back to the Goal2Go podcast, man. Episode 35, NCAA tourney just finished up. NBA season coming to an end in like 4 days right now. So good time to be a hoops fan, man. You got the NCAA tournament coming to an end. NBA playing about to start pretty soon. And then before you know it, we're going to have an NBA champion. So this week, we got a little guess the team going on. We're going to give the starting five. With the players' colleges, we're going to have to guess the respective team. Of course, we got another segment of Hot or Not. And we're going to dive into the little play-in situation we got going on. It's starting to heat up a little bit. No pun intended in the East. And then, yeah, man, we're just going to jump right into it. First things first. I mean, you could start me off with the guess the team. You said you got a little tough one, so we're gonna see.
Bro, it's not that tough, but if you don't really know, it's going to be tough. But, all right. So, starting off, the point guard is from Arkansas. Shooting guards from Texas A&M. UCLA small forward. And then the power forward and center both went to USC.
The Hawks? Nah.
No.
USC bigs.
Yeah.
Forward was what?
The small forward went to UCLA.
UCLA. Got a Bruin. What about the guards? It was
Arkansas and then Texas A&M for the shooting guard.
A&M. Arkansas. The Jazz?
No. Nah. I'll give you a hint. It's the teams in the East.
Teams in the East. Are they a top 5 team?
No.
Okay.
All right, you getting too many hints now, bro. Like,
you wasn't capping, bro. Dang, A&M.
it's an older team.
Like as in age?
Yeah.
It's an older team in the East.
That's not top 5.
It's not top 5.
Bro, are you looking up?
Bro, I'm just looking at teams, bro.
Bro.
I'm looking at the NBA standings. I had it opened.
You can't look at the team, bro. That's like cheating.
I'm not going to look at the team. I'm just looking at the teams in the East.
You need that shit, bro. Come on.
It's got to be. I'm going to say, no, it's not them. It's not them. Now, I got to go.
This is
the
after
Raptors?
the trade deadline. No, it's not the Raptors.
I mean, there's only so many teams. A&M. The Pacers?
No, it's not the Pacers.
Bro, A&M. Arkansas. Who went to Arkansas? Bro,
Let me just tell you, bro.
yeah.
It's the Bulls.
It's the Bulls.
Yes.
You did say older. That
Pat
is my
Bev,
fault.
Caruso,
Levine,
and then Vucevic.
Pat
and
Bev
DeMar.
went to Arkansas?
Yes.
And
He's a Razorback, man.
didn't even know that. That's crazy. Wow. I gotta start looking at what colleges these guys went to, bro. That was horrible.
I'll make this one a lot quicker.
You probably will. So point guard went to Oklahoma State University.
I think I know who it is.
Shooting guard,
people.
University of Colorado. Small forward went to Cal. Power forward went to Duke. The big man went to UF.
Okay, I do know what this team is.
I know that big man gave it away for you, bro.
No, the guard gave it away.
I mean, but
Who? Wait, you said the two went to Colorado?
yeah.
I don't know who that is, but I know everyone else. It's the Celtics.
Yeah, it is. So I looked at it, bro. 27 games this year. This was
Is that?
starting
Hold
lineup.
on, let me guess. Is that Derek White?
It is.
Okay, and then you put Al Horford over.
That's the lineup that started the most games this year.
Okay, because I know.
Yeah, Rob Will.
Rob Will went to A&M, so
Yeah.
I would have known that either way.
And
then you said UCLA for.
no,
Or Cal. Yeah.
He went to
Jalen
Cal.
Brown and yeah.
and
Yeah, once
then
you said
Duke.
Oklahoma State point guard.
Bro, there's not too many in the league.
It was either Boston or Detroit for Cade, but Cade didn't really play this year.
Yeah. Nah, I'll definitely make it a little. We're gonna spice it up next. Keep it the same. I mean, it's only so difficult you could get, bro. I mean, I was gonna pick the Heat, bro, but I couldn't do that.
He's an easy team, anyways. Like no one else went to Marquette, bro.
I was thinking
Jimmy
about that. But Bam would have gave it away. I mean you don't know where Gabe Vincent went, so
doesn't matter, bro. I know Bam and Tyler Hero both went to Kentucky, so
Tyler Hero not a starter.
Then who is it? Who's starting for them?
It depends.
Fam, either way, bro. I mean, you just said Marquette for Jimmy. Like,
yeah, I would have been over. I got you.
It's not fucking Jay Crowder.
I don't even know where he went, bro.
Pretty sure he went to Marquette.
He sucks. We're gonna have to run it back next week, man. I'm 0-1. We could keep track of this. Let's say first to 5. I'll go ahead and put it
first to 5.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, there's only so many teams you could do. Unless you go.
He did go to Marquette.
Bench. Start guessing off the bench.
I might be able to do that, but that's pushing it, bro.
Like 6th, 7th, 8th, man. Like nothing crazy, bro. I ain't going. Although you threw me Udonis, bro, I get it. Miami legend.
Udonis he didn't go to Miami.
Florida, same.
You mean the city?
Huh?
Talking about the city, Miami?
Nah, for a second I meant UM, but it's UF.
Yeah, your ass would have got that wrong.
No, I really wouldn't have. Let's jump into these hot or nots, man. You might as well start me off this week.
All right, I got 3. They're all okay. Yeah, they all are basketball related. So starting off with the first one, hot or not, securing the number 10 overall pick is the only thing that can save the Mavs season at this point.
That's crazy. I'm gonna say it's like not a hot take. I think their season's done. I think you kind of see that Kyrie effect going to play with another team right now. Too much scoring. Tim Hardaway Sr. came out and said today they don't have a true leader. I mean, kind of true. Luka's not really a vocal guy in the locker room. He's just going to go out there and get buckets. Kyrie has been that guy. He kind of only cares about himself and what he has going on. So they really don't have a true leader. I kind of agree with Tim Hardaway. So I think, in my opinion, right now, they still got a shot at the play-in, but look forward to the draft, Mavs fans.
Saw a report earlier today. There was a report saying that they are shutting down Luka and Kyrie. So like they're pretty much just packing
shutting
the season
them down.
Yeah,
you for real.
Yeah, just
there's no point in shutting them down. I mean, maybe
packing the
Luka
season up and then just going for that number 10 pick. Cause like, bro, the worst possible outcome is like they make the play-in like as the last seed
and get bounced,
and then they give the 11th pick to the Knicks, bro.
Oh, if they make the playoffs?
Well, it's because of the seed, because their pick is top 10 protected. So the 10th overall spot is the only one they can get at this point.
Oh yeah, so I mean, yeah, you might as well just sit them out.
Yeah. But yeah, the Mavs are. I don't know. It's tough right now. They can just score a bunch of points, but they can't stop anyone. And they can't get rebounds either. They're like the worst rebounding team in the league.
That leads to mine. How they're not. The Mavs should blow up their roster this offseason. Besides Luka.
I mean, it's not a hot take, but I don't think they can realistically do it, like, money-wise. Because if you blow the roster, there's too many people signed, like, on contracts. Like, I'm pretty sure Tim Hardaway is signed for the next few years. I think Maxi Kleber has like a few more years on his contract. So like, there's things you can do, like trade people and stuff. But like, I mean, at this point, like, what are you gonna get back? Like, I don't really know, bro. Cause you just let Brunson walk for nothing. Like, you trade for Kyrie, it's really, this roster is kind of like, it's in limbo, bro. Like, they have Luka, who's in win now, who's in his prime as a top 5 player in the league. So, I mean, you don't really look to blow rosters up when you have an MVP caliber person on your team. You look to, add more firepower to that roster. But it's unfortunate because the Mavs right now are in a very weird spot where they're either like trading away all their assets or just letting them go. And so they don't really have anything to kind of build that roster up. So, I mean, if you could blow it up, theoretically, maybe, but there's just no way you blow up a roster with Luka right now in his prime. I feel like every year, if you have Luka on your team, like, you're looking to contend. Like, going into this season, like, the Mavs were, like, a championship contender. Like, they were just in the, conference finals last year against the Warriors. So, if Luka's on your team, you have a player like that, and a player like Kyrie who, offensively is one of the best players in the league, like, you're going to want to look to contend. So, I don't think you blow this roster up. I think you still try to contend, but it's weird. They're in a very weird place right now. I don't think anyone thought they'd be picking number 10 overall.
Nah, especially even after the Kyrie trade. I want to do my second hot or not before you continue, just because it's the same topic. So, hot or not, Jalen Brunson is better than Kyrie Irving.
That's a close one, bro. So, like, better overall, or just, like, as in the fit for the Mavs?
Just better, like, not a better bag or anything like that, bro, but just a better player, bro.
Yeah.
Like, who do you want on your team, Jalen Brunson or Kyrie Irving?
Damn. It's crazy, bro. At this point, I would say Jalen Brunson. He's damn near an All-NBA player. And the Knicks locked up the number 5 spot, I believe, already in the playoffs. Whereas Kyrie and the Mavs are, looking for that lottery pick. I don't know. That's close. That's really a tough one. If you could go Kyrie either way. Neither of them really bring much on the defense side of the ball because they're both kind of undersized guards. But, damn, I don't know. Kyrie, though. I'm going to just say Kyrie due to his playoff experience. He's still got that ring. He's still one of the most offensively skilled players in the league. If we're talking about just on the court basketball-wise, it's tough. I'm going to go Kyrie, though. I'm going to pick Kyrie. I'm going to say Kyrie is the better player right now.
I would take Jalen Brunson.
I wouldn't.
No,
I'm not mad at it.
It's definitely tough.
On that Mavs team, Brunson was a better fit, it seemed like. He played better off the ball with Luka, whereas Kyrie is a very primary ball handler. It just all depends.
I mean,
that's a good one, though. Damn.
He's fan with the Knicks, too. Like, so Brunson really, I don't know. He's really stepped up his game, shown consistency. You just got to stay healthy for the full season. I mean, he's missed a couple games here and there, but I know Knicks fans, they're loving it. I saw some Mavs fans wishing they had Brunson back, so it kind of brought me to the question. I was like, do you want Kyrie or Brunson? I think Mavs fans, they want Brunson back, but it's just sort of like that ex-girlfriend you have. Like, you go back, you're like, oh, maybe it wasn't so bad, but then you go back, it's like Kyrie, bro. So
and grass isn't always greener.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you go back, like, oh, maybe it wasn't so bad,
but
shit was horrible.
It's just tough because I think with that situation, it also has to do with, like, the way they acquired them and how things went. Like, Jalen Brunson, like, the Mavs could have re-signed him and, like, just had him locked in for the future. Whereas Kyrie, you had to, trade these assets, give up Finney-Smith, arguably your best perimeter defender, a good shooter, and you sacrificing stuff to bring in for Kyrie, whereas Jalen Brunson, all you really had to do to pay him. Mm-hmm. And funny enough, on this topic, I saw earlier today where, everyone's criticizing Mark Cuban. I saw a video on YouTube by Swish Out. He has a really cool YouTube channel, like, about basketball and stuff, whereas it's like Mark Cuban is known for just, like, fumbling, like, these big things. It's like he let Steve Nash walk for nothing and then did the same thing for Jalen Brunson, let him walk for nothing. So it's just weird. And then after that, I saw a report today coming out where Mark Cuban was like, it's hard to get deals done when parents get involved, like, trying to blame Jalen Brunson's dad for being the reason why they didn't re-sign him, which I think is kind of weird. Like, if the player's good, just re-sign him. Don't let him walk for nothing. But regardless, either way, Brunson, all you had to do was pay him. Whereas Kyrie, you were gambling, giving up assets, giving up the picks, giving up players, kind of, losing to gain. Whereas Jalen Brunson, it's either you lose or you gain. There's really no in between with him. So I think they definitely could have handled it better. I think the Mavs would have been better if they just ran it back with that same roster. They were in the Western Conference Finals, so they should have paid Jalen Brunson. Clearly, the Knicks are happy they paid him. So it kind of just shows.
Kind of like going on what you're saying, like didn't re-sign Brunson. Like their big offseason move was Christian Wood, who's
doesn't even play, bro.
Yeah,
like,
averaging 26 minutes a game. I mean, the numbers are decent. He's averaging 16.7, 52%. But yeah, he's just not on the court. And I think he missed a potential game-winning free throw or game-time free throw last night. Kind of sold the Mavs the game and dropped them. Maybe it was 2 nights ago. Not sure, but he missed the free throw late in the game and inevitably led them to lose.
Yeah, we talked about this. I think everyone knew this was was gonna happen, bro. Like when they traded for Kyrie, they're gonna be scoring 130 points and then they're gonna be letting up 140 points. Yeah, I think on the Bill Simmons podcast, him and Ryan Russillo was talking about I think on the last 6 games or whatever, they've allowed 130 points every single game they played. Like if you aren't scoring 130 on the Mavs, you're not an NBA team. It's basically what was basically being said. Their defense is just lackluster and they just can't really get a rebound. So when they do get a stop, the other team just gets a second chance. But okay, yeah. So that Kyrie and Jalen Brunson question, yeah. So Jalen Brunson's averaging 24, 6 and 3, and Kyrie is 27, 5 and 5 on the season. So very kind of in the same realm, but a little more points and rebounds from Kyrie, but one more assist and a few more points from Brunson. But I think they are on the same level at this point in their careers.
I agree.
Yeah. So you got your 2 hot and out of the way?
Yeah. So you got your last 2.
Yeah. So I got 2 more. All right. So hot or not, despite being the 1 seed, there are 3 teams in the West better suited to win the championship than the Nuggets.
That's not a hot take. You look at the Nuggets, they've been the 1 seed plenty of times in the past before. Never been to an NBA Finals. Can't seem to get over that hump. Even when, in the bubble they were cooking, Jamal Murray goes down with that big injury. Switches the tone of the whole playoff scenario for the Nuggets. They end up getting bounced. The Lakers win that championship. I think a few years ago they were the 1 seed, and maybe the Warriors came out the West. So regardless if they're the 1 seed or not, it's the regular season. Not everyone's playing playoff basketball 82 games out of the year. So it's going to come down to a 7-game series. Can you handle it? In those big moments, can you lean on a guy like Jokic who, he's been proven in the league, but we haven't seen him. He's had big games in the playoffs. He doesn't get enough credit for it, what he's done in the playoffs. But in those big moments, are they going to be able to come through with a win in a 7-game series, in a scenario where they play, a couple games on the road? Is that going to happen? So better suited, I think there's probably better teams. I mean, you go up and down. Lakers looking dangerous.
I was going to ask you.
The Kings, they're looking like they're playing the best basketball. De'Aaron Fox is a whole new man over there. And that doesn't even take away from the Warriors, who everyone seems to forget. It's Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole.
Wiggins coming back reportedly.
Yeah, Wiggins supposed to come back. And then the Suns, D-Book, KD, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton. That was a team that got blown out by the Mavs. What was it, last year in the playoffs in that Game 7 when it really mattered, where Luka just took the game over and put the team on his back. And the defense was getting stops. Something the Mavs can't do right now. But you look at it, there's a lot of teams out in the West you could be scared of. And I'm not even mentioning the Grizzlies and, John Morant and company. They've been balling. So there's a lot of teams in the West. You go up and down. Even the Clippers, PG and Kawhi. PG comes back. The Pelicans, I don't know, Zion back. And Edwards, Cat, both of them on the court. I mean, the Thunder, bro, they're not going to win it. But
No.
all these teams are good in the West, bro. Like, they could compete and take the Nuggets to a 6-game series. Like, and you look down the stretch after you play so many.
So out of all those teams, like, what 3 teams would you, like, definitely take over?
The Warriors, Suns, and then I'm gonna go with the Kings, man. They've played phenomenally on the road, and at home. So you look at a well-balanced team, you're able to go on the road and steal a game on the road. That's huge. The Nuggets are 19-20 on the road. That's the one thing with the Warriors I don't like. They haven't even won double digits on the road. But
you said Warriors. Oh, Suns.
Warriors, Suns, Kings.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, those are my 3 teams. And that's not even including what the Lake Show could do.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then my last one is hot or not, the new rule of playing at least 65 games to win awards will fix load management in the NBA.
Say that again?
Hot or not, the new rule of playing at least 65 games to win awards will fix load management in the NBA.
Well, I'm going to say that's not a hot take. But in general, if you play 65 games, you shouldn't be up for an award. Like, less than 65 games. I think there has to be, some sort of credit to where, I'm not sure what the number is, but you have to qualify for an award by playing so many games.
Well, that's what they're doing. But right now, there is none. But they made it the new rule where 65 is the minimum. Even
as a voter, bro, if you're giving like 64, okay, whatever is, but if you're giving an award to a guy that plays 58 games in a season, like that's just stupid. But I guess it's not a bad rule. But I think it's people that vote in the NBA should have a better sense of knowledge. I think that's kind of like common sense.
Well, it's someone like I think like this season, like Curry, like he's been hooping and stuff, but he's been out, he's been injured and stuff. I think he's only if he plays the rest of the games, I think it's gonna be somewhere around like it's not correct, but I think it's only around like 62, 63 games in total. So theoretically, like
it's gonna be less than that, man. He's at 54.
Yeah, so it'll probably be like 58 if he played the rest of the games. I think it's only 4 more games.
58 or 57, whichever.
So he wouldn't even theoretically he wouldn't even be able up for an award. Like he wouldn't even be able to get a vote. He wouldn't qualify. They added a new rule. So.
I like that. I don't think he should. I mean, besides I wouldn't even put him on All NBA. Keep it a buck. Yeah, I got to look at some of the other players around the league, and not knocking Curry. It's not like he's been one of the guys on load management, but he's been banged up this season. Trying to see how many games De'Aaron Fox played this season.
He
every game, yeah. So guys like that might miss out on a spot because Curry.
But this season, I don't think there's.
Fox they have to give credit to Fox, but
guard spot locked up.
A guy like John Morant, how many games he played? KD shouldn't be up for an award. Probably, he's probably
KD's missed. He hasn't played enough.
Yeah, Kawhi should never be up for an award.
Kawhi's been hooping this year.
AD. Man. Nah, he's been hooping, bro. How many games has he played? Probably 50. Maybe. I think you should be able to play 65. That sounds about right, bro. You get, kind of what is that, 12, 17 games you could get off. That's straight, bro. I kind of like that rule, man. They finally hit him with something in the NBA.
Yeah, it was that. And then they also did next season, I believe all NBA voting is going to be positionless. So now you can have Embiid and Jokic be first team all NBA.
I kind of like that too. Just give me the 5 best players, because you could be the second best player in the league and say Curry made it, and say De'Aaron's number 2 at the PG. De'Aaron would be second second team All NBA. I think this has happened in the past. You could put him at the
guard. It'd be guards.
Yeah.
So you could have like theoretically you could have 5 guards, bro.
Yeah, I like it. It won't happen like 5 guards. Like there's gonna be some difference, but you could say Jokic and Embiid, both of them hurt next season. Like there'd be no centers, bro. Possibly. Not saying that other guys can't step up, but theoretically speaking, you
don't think your boy Bam could get first team? Both of them would get out.
Not until he learns how to shoot, which probably won't happen. It's just not his game. But I mean, we're in modern day basketball. You're gonna need more than a 13-footer.
Yeah.
But Bam's up there, man. He's talented. He's hooping. Hopefully, he shows up in the playoffs because that's the only question mark with I have with him is playoff Bam. He gets scared, especially when he plays against Anthony Davis. If anybody watched that Bubbles finals, he was playing like he was scared for his life. So, hey, I want to see what he has to do. Tyler Hero, can he step up? Jimmy, you know what he's gonna do. He had 4 points heading into the fourth quarter last night. He finished with like 26. He got that dog in him, you know it. But there's probably not enough pieces for the Heat.
Okay, so this list I just found. LeBron, KD, Kawhi, Curry, Ja, AD, Dame, Giannis, Devin Booker, and Paul George are all going to be below 65 games this year.
It's perfectly fine. I mean, Giannis has missed... I want to say, like, Giannis misses games, bro, but it's not like he misses fat spans. Like, he just gets hurt so often. Like, he'll miss a game and then come back and then... Like the All-Star break, hurt his wrist, came back. He missed maybe, 2 games and then came back. But, I mean, not mad at it. You said Embiid too?
I think so.
So no one's winning MVP.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to drop it to like 60.
Yeah, Embiid.
But, I mean, come on.
Oh, it's possible he does. I don't think it's locked that he comes in below.
Regardless, maybe 60 should have been the number, but
damn, and your boy Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even blame
Jackson.
He needs the time.
Oh, now Jimmy can miss the.
Oh yeah, you see what he does when he's on the court, man? So tired, like.
So he don't need the awards, just win.
Yeah, just win, bro. He don't care about the accolades. He want to chip.
Which is what a lot of people are saying. Like it doesn't like the awards don't matter. Like. They just want to play for the championships rings. And there's a new in-season tournament, bro, which I'm not even going to talk about because I'm not really too sure how it goes. But
nah, they haven't approved that.
Nah, it did, bro. It went through.
I might just walk off right now.
Fam, I just all I know is, like...
Was I sleeping when this happened? Like
the team that wins, like, apparently they like, can play up to, like, 83 games or some shit like that, bro. It's... I don't... It's weird. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think it's real yet.
It is, bro. It went through. These were all of the new CBA agreements. They all agreed on this shit, bro. It's like,
what is the Players Association fucking doing, bro?
Oh, and there's also, bro. Apparently, like they agreed, like that players can like have endorsement deals and like work with like sports betting companies and like cannabis companies too.
I like that. I saw NFL also had they're now at the stadiums allowing sports betting, which I think is pretty cool. I'm not sure if it's only in the legal states that they'll have it there, but I think that's pretty cool. I mean, Miami should have it considering their name's Hard Rock, but I like that. But yeah, this new CBA, man, what is Chris Paul doing? Isn't he like the leader of that shit?
I think so. Either him or I think CJ McCollum might be like one of the leaders as well.
You know CJ be on that gas too. That's why that got approved. Yeah, it's gonna wrap up Hot or Nots for this week. I can't, bro. When did this happen? Like, where was I?
This was like last week. Like, end of last week.
I'm shocked. before we talk playoff picture, man,
Like Saturday or Sunday, I think.
just want to say UConn won the chip, man. FAU had a good run. They couldn't grab a rebound in the Final Four game in that second half. Ultimately led to that loss. Game of inches almost stepped out. San Diego State got it. Then, UConn did its thing, blew out Miami, blew out San Diego State. I got a question for you because I did research before this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to take a guess at what the closest score of a UConn game in the tournament was?
Like 15 points, 12 points.
13
Yeah.
against Miami. That was the closest game this season. Or not this season, but this tournament for UConn.
And their coach was snapping, bro. I remember like right before the tournament started, he was like, "Yeah, we made it out of the Big East. Like everything's easy from here on out." He wasn't lying,
bro. Give that guy a raise, bro. I was looking at top 10 most dominant NCAA runs, and obviously you got some legendary teams in there, but when it comes to just box score and looking at it, I think UConn had the best one. There were some teams that, the Christian Leitner team. You had the Keem Olajuwon, I think it wasn't Olajuwon. I think it was Patrick Ewing's team that beat Olajuwon. Don't matter, bro. They had a bunch of teams on there.
Georgetown, I think.
Yeah, a bunch of teams on there. But I looked at all the scores. UConn just ran through everybody. And there's a reason they were, like, under the radar in the tournament. It's because they blew out everybody. Like, it wasn't a close game. Like, buzzer beater. Like, let's tap in, bro. So, Huskies back on top once again, man. I think it might be up there for titles when it comes to it. But NBA talk. Eastern Conference, start with that because that's pretty much set compared to the West. The Eastern Conference, really, only thing I could shake up is that 8-9 seed. I think the Bulls, actually, it might be solidified with the Bulls. They're 19 games. So they're 2 games behind the Raptors. Raptors and Hawks are tied. Hawks have the tiebreaker. Heat 2 games ahead of the Hawks. And then they're only 1 game behind the Nets for that 6th seed, so there's still a possibility it's the Nets in the play-in versus the Heat. Nets leading comfortably over the Pistons tonight, so it's likely going to go back to 1.5 games. Then the Nets got the Magic on Friday, and then the Sixers on Sunday. So there's a chance where, they could lose one. Comes down to tiebreaker. Not sure who has the edge, but the Heat got they got the Sixers, Wizards, and then the Magic. So kind of like a similar schedule. 2 games they should win, and then a competitive game against the Sixers. We'll see how that goes down with the Heat. But yeah, if everything stands, still got the same thing. Heat, Hawks, Raptors, Bulls for those playing games. And then, as a team right now, would you rather play the Celtics or the Sixers?
That's tough. I feel like a few weeks ago you said the Celtics, but the Celtics have actually turned things around. Started getting it clicking. So
they lost to the Sixers by 2 points yesterday. Like that's how I think Embiid had to put up 50 ball on them.
I think he did have 52, and the Celtics damn near should have won. Derek White hit a fucking crazy 3, and then Tatum had a good look at a game. I think a shot to tie it.
Derek White was their leading scorer yesterday.
Yeah,
26, 4, and 7.
Honestly, I'd rather play the Sixers, bro. Like, just because when you're playing the Sixers, like, you know who you have to stop to beat you. The Celtics, like, Tatum could go off. Jalen Brown can go off. Derek White can have a fucking 26-point game, apparently. I think they just have more options, whereas if you're playing the Sixers, bro, just, like, do everything you can to stop Joel Embiid and then try to make P.J. Tucker beat you off corner threes or fucking the Anthony Melton come off the bench and score a bunch of points. Like, Like Harden at this point of his career, like he's more of like a facilitator. He's not really, that aggressive attack mode Harden anymore. He plays a lot more passive now that he's with Embiid. He's taking a comfortable, second seat to him.
I think it's just his role. I still think Harden can score with the Premier. Like they give the ball in his hands.
He doesn't. But
that's what I'm saying. Like the offense does run through Embiid.
This whole time in Philadelphia, he hasn't been doing it. So I think in a playoff series, if you automatically force him to do it, like we'll be able to turn it on like quick like that and beat you. So I don't know. I just think the Celtics just I don't know. I feel like in modern NBA, like those wings are just they're so valuable and they have two of the best in the league. So it'd be hard to stop Tatum and Jalen Brown.
Listen, I watched the Heat lose to fucking Grant Williams and Derek White. That's who was cooking them last year in the conference finals. Like
I remember.
It wasn't those guys. So I get what you're saying. Like for the Sixers, it's like hard. You got Embiid, Harden, and Tyrese Maxey. Like those are the only three guys that can really beat you. But the offense runs through Embiid.
And no one really on that 76ers team has had like legitimate playoff success. Like Harden, he's had some seasons, some tough losses as well. Embiid has never even made it to a conference finals. And then Tyrese Maxey, he's a young player, really, unproven, not really sure what he can do in the postseason. Yeah. So
Harden, I mean, you got PJ Tucker, but it's not like.
But he's not a fucking. Yeah, he's not a staple.
Yeah,
he's a role player. Whereas the Celtics, they
just went to the finals.
Finals appearance. Yeah.
Going to the West now. So the top four is set. Nuggets, Grizzlies, Kings, Suns. I think the Grizzlies and Kings might be able to flip.
Well, no, the Suns can still flip-flop. They just clinched the playoffs.
No, they can't flip. They're 4 games behind the Kings, and then 2.5 games ahead of the Warriors.
I think
they only have 3 games left. So I guess it could drop.
Theoretically, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much set.
Yeah. They could drop to the Warriors 5 seed. But
the Lakers
although it switches home court advantage, which apparently for the Warriors is fucking intricate.
They can't win on the road.
But then the Clippers could get the 5 seed. Their game have behind the Warriors. And then you look at the play-in, they could be in the play-in too because they're tied with the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, they're playing tonight. So.
And I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure Bron and AD were like questionable to play after this.
Yeah, after LeBron played 50 minutes last night?
Yeah, against the Jazz, both 3 of their best players out, bro. Laurie Walker
played 38 minutes and dropped 37 points. AD played 42 minutes. Damn, Austin Reeves 42 minutes. Dennis Schroeder 40. They're running him to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. The Jazz. They was running Kelly Olynyk on the court for 35 minutes.
Bro, Kelly Olynyk hit some bullshit.
23 points.
Nigga hit a fucking backboard bank 3, bro. Shit was so stupid, dog.
He's... Dog, I'm glad I don't have to watch him anymore.
Yeah, damn, LeBron, AD, and D'Lo are all doubtful to play tonight.
I don't think D'Lo played last night, did he?
He didn't. He still got that ankle or foot soreness or whatever. I think all 3 of them have a foot problem.
Times that it's probably 10 o'clock tonight.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. So I mean, Clippers, Lakers, one of those LA teams probably going to be playing in that play-in. And then the Pelicans, they're only a game behind the Lakers.
It could be the Warriors.
Could be the Warriors. That's what I'm saying. You got 5 through 9 can really shake up, and then the 10 and 11 can flip-flop in the Thunder and the Mavericks. But with what you're saying, they're shutting them down, get that protected pick, keep that first rounder.
That's what I saw, yeah.
That wouldn't be surprising. I mean, you lose a first-round pick if you make the play-in, but, I'm sure Luka wants to go out there and play. And Kyrie, he should really want to play the most because I think he has the most to lose, and what they're calling the Kyrie effect, and just his whole situation. Like, he wanted to get a bag and he wasn't getting a bag, so he said, "Let me go to Dallas. Let me see if I can prove myself." He could still hoop a little, but I mean, it's not really helping them. They're not winning games, so I think he really has something to prove. So I think Kyrie's. I don't know if he has a choice.
I think he's a restricted free agent, or is he unrestricted this offseason?
Who knows?
Either way, I doubt he returns to Dallas. But
he's got the most on the line.
Even if he walks, someone will pay Kyrie.
Yeah, but what's pay?
That's just
he's
another
not getting what he wants.
Another example of, Mark Cuban just trading assets for literally nothing. If Kyrie leaves, it was literally for nothing. You trade away those picks, Finney Smith, all those, and losing players for Kyrie who played 30 games for your team, not even, and then he just leaves.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time, anyways. Kyrie's done that to a team, so not on Mark Cuban here, but you did trade for Kyrie Irving. So if you're in the West, who do you think the Nuggets have to worry about? What is some of the competition?
Well, you kind of hit on it. The West is just so weird.
If you had to pick one team out the West right now, who do you like the most?
Well, I would say the Suns, bro. They're fucking 7-0 with Kevin Durant. They haven't lost when he's playing. If him and Devin Booker, and Chris Paul can stay healthy, it's gonna be tough to beat that team. You got the defensive Akron and Ayton. Defense will be kind of questionable. You got a Kogi. He's a solid defender, but it's just Kevin Durant, bro. He just fits seamlessly with any system, bro. You put him in. He's going to be efficient. He's going to have, 27, 30 points on fucking 12 shot attempts. He's going to, make them all. It's just tough. But the Lakers, if LeBron and AD could stay healthy, the Lakers, I feel like, would be the team. But that's just not realistic. You see what's happening tonight, bro. They're not playing back-to-backs, whereas, in the playoffs, you get one day off. These are intense games. They're super compact. The schedule, you don't really have time to rest. So I think it's important for the Lakers to, get that 6 seed, because if they're in the play-in, that's a week. They missed that week of rest where AD and Bron can have a chance to get fully healthy.
Same with the Clips too, bro. They could use that week.
Yeah, but I don't think the Clippers. Well, yeah.
They're tied.
in terms of the Lakers.
Oh no!
But I think the Lakers fully healthy. The Lakers are better than the Clippers in my opinion.
Yeah, probably. But I'm saying they could use the rest. That's what I was referring to.
Yeah, for sure.
So you brought up KD fits seamlessly anywhere. Considering Kyrie and KD are two of the most skilled players in the league, don't you think they're the exact opposite type of player? Like KD could go into any system versus Kyrie kind of needs a system catered to him. Think?
I wouldn't even say that. It's just that KD can play on and off the ball,
But do you think a sense of, kind of unselfishness KD's learned? Like, he was the man in OKC. He went to go get a chip. He played with Curry. He took the, kind of a backseat role, even though he was still Kevin Durant. Got a super team in Brooklyn. Wasn't working out. He was like, let me distance myself. Like, KD's isolated type of player. Like, he's to himself.
I was literally going to use that as an example, but I wouldn't even say selfishness. I would just say just their play styles. I think Kevin Durant is just a more skilled and versatile player than Kyrie. When Kyrie has success, the ball's in his hands, and he's either shooting or creating for others. When you look at the championship run in Cleveland, Kyrie was the point guard. Down the stretch, LeBron was going to get a bucket, but who took that last shot, and hit it over Curry? It was Kyrie. LeBron trusted Kyrie. You can handle the ball. You can run the offense. When I need to take a break, I'll just go stand on the wing and, you run your offense. In Boston, when they were, Tatum was young, Jalen Brown was young, all those guys were young. It was Kyrie running the offense, and KD's the opposite. When he was in OKC, him and Russ, even Harden, early on, like
We shared the rock.
yeah, they shared the rock, but there was times where the offense ran through KD. Like KD was the ball handler. Golden State, he wasn't. He had to learn how to play off the ball. I think that's when his game really, really, took a next step and it elevated because we know what KD could do with the ball in his hands. He was a scoring champ. He won an MVP in Oklahoma City. But, with Golden State, there were times where he was the fucking third option behind Curry and Klay. So then he goes to the Nets, with Kyrie and stuff, and it's more like that OKC vibe with Harden. He's playing more on the ball, but he still can play off the ball when Kyrie can handle it. So, here in Phoenix, I think, there are times KD will have primary ball handlers, but it's kind of like,
Pick and choose.
yeah, but I think it's like a budget Warriors version of KD where you don't have Steph and Klay who are, arguably the greatest shooting duo of all time. I won't even say arguably, the best shooting duo of all time, two of the greatest shooters ever, where you got Booker and Chris Paul, who are two really good ball handlers who can run the offense. And, KD doesn't have to use the ball. All he has to do is just catch and shoot, dribble like 2 or 3 times, pull up, get to his spots. He doesn't have to run the offense. And that just makes that team so much more deadly. And, if they really want to, like, they can let KD run the offense.
Yeah.
Whereas Kyrie can't really play off the ball. Like, you see it now with the Mavericks. Like, every single thing they do is, like, they have half-court offense. Like, they don't score in transition. They don't score off the ball. They both just take turns running the offense.
I get what you're saying. I wish there was, like, a stat, bro, because I was watching a highlight, more like a low light. Maybe they do have this. 2021. I don't need that. It was like, can the Mavs just hit an open 3, and it was just straight catch and shoot shots. Kyrie was a part of one of them. Couldn't hit it.
I think since they've been one of the better three-point shooting teams, though, in the league.
So, if this is catch and shoot, Kyrie's shooting 38% on catch and shoot shots this year.
Solid. That's a good percentage.
No, from the field.
Oh, I thought you meant from 3.
He's shooting 37. I don't know what EFG percentage stands for. Obviously, deep dive into analytics now.
But I mean,
effective field goal percentage.
Where we know Kyrie's not an off the ball player. Like, he's a on ball.
I'm saying,
shot
but
creator.
you have to adapt to your team, and
that's just not who Kyrie is, bro. It's not his play style.
This is modern day basketball, man. I mean, you had D Wade and LeBron on a team. They 2 primary ball handlers. Like,
bro, LeBron could fill anybody, bro.
Yeah, okay, but I'm just saying, like, players adapt to their roles just like KD did. Like, I mean, how hard is it to stand there, cut, make a play? Like, it's just basketball.
And when you're arguably the best ball handler in the league, you don't want to just stand there and cut. You want to dribble and do what you do best.
Be able to want to win, and Luka could do the same thing. So it's like Kyrie, pick and choose your spots. Like,
Kyrie feels like the best way for him to win is him handling the ball.
Clearly, it's not though, bro. Just look at the last 4 stops he's had.
So you telling me you rather have Kyrie play off the ball?
I'd rather have Kyrie not on the court, bro. He does more.
Bro, we talking about Kyrie playing, bro. He needs the ball.
Yeah, he's better on the ball, bro. But you should still be able to be good enough to help a team win and not just be the only primary ball handler. Like, you should, as someone has been in the league for how many years now, bro? 10 years? I don't know what he's been in the league.
Offensively, it's not the issue, bro. The Mavs are scoring points. Kyrie and Luka are producing offensively. It's defense and rebounds. Like, it has nothing to do with Kyrie not being able to catch and shoot or not playing off the ball. Like, that shit don't fucking matter. Like, Luka and Kyrie are gonna score points. Like, that's out of the question. Like, we know what they're gonna do, bro. It's just they can't get stops and they can't get rebounds. And you got to get rebounds and stops to win games in the NBA. It's not, offense is not the fit and all that on the offense. I mean, when you have 2 superior guys like that, they make it work. It's just other things and other like. There's more to winning NBA games than just scoring.
Let me ask you this: do you agree with what Tim Hardaway said, and they don't have a true leader in Dallas?
I think now, yes. I believe Luka is their leader. Luka is, the best player on that team. But, I mean, we've seen the interviews and stuff of him coming out recently, saying that he's not having
Jalen Brunson.
Yes, he's not having fun on the court anymore. Like, it's just, like, going out there, it's just not fun. And his body language, too. I don't think there's anyone in the NBA that just complains more to the refs than Luka, bro. Like, it used to be Draymond, but I think Luka has surpassed him, whereas,
I think LeBron still might have it.
Nah, bro. Luka will sit there and, be yelling at the refs where, the team is, on a fucking fast break. So that's how they're scoring all these points. The defense isn't getting set because Luka's just, arguing and crying to the refs, bro. So it's weird, bro. And I heard, reportedly he has, some off-the-court stuff going on, with family stuff. Apparently, he's... I don't know how true this is, but he, is getting sued by his mom or something like that. I don't know. But Luka clearly just doesn't look like he's enjoying basketball right now, and he said he's not. So, the best player and your supposed leader isn't, at their best mentally. Obviously, they don't have a leader because their leader is not fully there. So... And then we know Kyrie's never been a true leader. And then outside of that, Jason Kidd's gonna suit back up, bro. He's not even a great leader as a coach. I mean,
I think Draymond would be a low key and nice fit with Luka. I think
Draymond would fit well for a lot of
he's
teams. Did you see the report of Draymond and LeBron trying to get to Dallas?
Dude, they were I did see that, and they
it wasn't even a that whole thing was taken out of context because it was on Bill Simmons' podcast, and they were talking about it, and he has a segment called half-baked ideas, and it's him and fucking Kevin Wiles just coming up with a bunch of random plans and ideas, and he just a random he randomly just threw that shit out there, bro. There was listening to the conversation and everything that led up to it, there was nothing there was no oh, I heard a report or news around, and he was just I think Draymond and Luke, he's I think Draymond and LeBron would fit good in Dallas. He really just randomly said it, bro.
I mean, I kind of thought the same thing. Draymond, he's not a bucket getter, bro, but he's a leader, proven
very
vet.
far from. I don't know, but that'd just be too much arguing with the ref. Who gonna get back on defense at that time? You have LeBron, Draymond, and Luka.
I wasn't even including LeBron, bro.
Or even just Draymond and Luka yelling at the ref.
That's a first team all crybaby, bro. First team Hall of Fame stats right there.
3-on-5 every single time on the other side of the court.
And then you got Hardaway Jr. probably arguing with the refs too.
Well, he's gonna be in the corner because he doesn't shoot corner three, so he's not getting back either. So it's gonna be 2-on-5. It's gonna be fucking.
They're gonna need Tony Snell just out there for cardio at that point.
Snell. No. Oh my gosh,
dog.
It's gonna be fucking Reggie Bullock, the only one getting back.
He's the only one I could defend on that team. But it's gonna be interesting to see who it is coming out, man, in that play-in and who's not. Obviously, White Hot Heat, bro. White Hot Heat, 2015. Little playoff tee. Who I'm rocking with. Need to get out of that 7th seed, out of the play-in. Get him that 6th seed and get a little Butler and Embiid action going. Little former teammates. I'd like to see that. It'd be fun to watch.
That happened last season too, didn't it? I think the Heat did beat they beat the Sixers in the second round, no?
Then I can't even think, bro, who they play. You know what? You might have been right.
It was the Hawks, then Sixers, I think.
Yeah, you might be. It was the Hawks because you shitted on Trae Young.
He did.
Let's see, second round. It was the Sixers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think someone missed some games, bro.
For the Sixers?
Yeah. It was Embiid wasn't playing.
Oh yeah, he did get injured. He had that face thing, like he was wearing that mask, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Like fucking concussion or some shit.
Yep. Healthy Embiid versus the Heat and Butler, a weaker team. Yeah, because Harden he had 18, 6, and 7 in that series. Jimmy put the team on his back, 27.5, 7.5, 5.5. Like,
playoff Jimmy, man.
That's, yeah. Heat went up 2-0, and then they matched up 2-2. Heat took the final 2. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I want to rematch with the Celtics, bro. I want to beat them into the ground. Let's see, any playoff. Yo, the Pistons. It's a 4-point game. I mean, it's kind of what's happening with the Heat last night. Went from 13-5 to Pistons up, but almost at the end of 3, Nets lead by 4. Big implications there. Kings Mavericks, that game, big for the Mavs. Let's see who they got playing. Stats not available, of course.
Who?
The Mavericks. Trying to see if they got both.
Oh, if Kyrie and Luka are playing.
Yeah. But there's just no way. Let's see. The Kings, they're up 1 right now. Tim Hardaway misses jump shot. Oh, they're both playing.
Oh, they're both playing tonight?
Yeah. They should low-key get some more minutes out there. Yeah, they got Christian Wood coming up to Dwight Powell, bro. Anyways, man. So you like the Suns? Who? Any predictions out the East? Who's your final prediction before the playoff sets?
Like who's coming out on either side?
Yeah. Who you got in the finals?
And then who's winning?
Nah, we'll save that. We'll save that for now.
Just who's coming out?
Yeah, who do you like? Next week, I think
all right.
We should cover that with some awards, our predictions.
Okay, so like this is like what I have to stick with.
No, you don't have to stick with this. This is just right now, like, who you like in the East? So you said you like the Suns or the Lakers, but
yeah. So I would pick the Bucks and the Lakers, but like if I'm being like money on the line, like I dead ass got to pick, I would say the Suns. But I don't know, man. It's just AD and Bron, they're healthy. I like the Lakers, so I'm gonna say Bucks and Lakers. But realistically, it'll probably be Bucks Suns.
Yeah, I think we'll do an actual prediction, see how we do with that. Either next week or we kind of gotta wait for the seating to get set with the play-in and stuff, or it really doesn't need to.
It should be. I think Sunday's the last day for games, no?
Yeah, it's the last day for games. But
so the play-in and everything will be set.
Nah. I mean, the play-in will be set, but I'm saying who's actually coming out of the play-in and the playoffs.
Oh, well, I mean,
like with the 7-8 seeds.
We can just do those games.
Yeah, well, because the Heat, if they're in the play-in, they're winning it all. But
facts.
Nah, man. Regardless, you got any other topics, man, you want to cover before we sign off for this week?
That's pretty much it. I don't know, bro. I don't know how you feel, but for me, like, this is, like, the most, like, exciting time, like, in sports. I think it's the NBA playoffs, bro.
Most exciting. I kind of want to say, I don't know. I like the beginning of March Madness. Games are going on all day, like, bro, but this is exciting. Like, none of my teams are in the West, bro, but I'm still locked in, like, it's just 5 seeds could shift now with the game.
For March, the beginning of March Madness is like cool, but like I don't feel like it doesn't have like any real like pull effect. Like it's just like 1 or 2 days like where all those teams are playing, and then like as the tournament goes on, it's like single elimination. So like it's super like intense for that short period of time. I get it, But like with these, like with the series and stuff, and like I feel like a storyline gets created, so it's like,
Yeah.
you know, like, oh, like LeBron's like he's healthy, like he's back full strength, like Lakers are going crazy, and then, you know, like last year with Embiid, like, oh, he has an injury, like the Heat might not be the better team, but Embiid's out, like can they still win? Like I feel like it creates like a lot of like really like interesting like storylines and narratives for like a solid like month, bro.
Yeah, because it's slow burning compared to the tournament. But I get what you're saying, bro. But I don't know, man. I love sports in general. So you could literally pick almost any sport. You go football, man. Then playoffs, last couple of weeks of the season. That's fun. Like you cook. I mean, it's a week go by. Like those storylines are created. Super Bowl, you got that week off in between. That's fun. This is fun. And then you come down in June. I mean, I remember the NBA Finals always just being like the end of school, just before school got out, like into that first week of summer break.
Yeah.
Like first week of summer break, that thing, the finals kicks off. And
watching the finals in Greece.
LeBron. I never watched it. Actually, I did. That's when the Cavs and Warriors were playing.
Yeah.
Me and my brother, we'd stay up pretty late sometimes. And I hit the gym in the morning. It was terrible, bro. It'd be like 3 a.m. The game would start. It's like, bro, I'd wake up at like halftime. Like it's like 4:30 in the morning, like 5 o'clock, whatever it was, bro. It was fun. I also watched the baseball home run derby over there before too. The most iconic.
Was
one.
that the 3-1 comeback year?
What? Nah. Oh yeah.
In Greece?
No. So that was the year LeBron lost, and they tried to give him MVP. The year.
Oh, so that was the very first year.
The very first. The 3-1 comeback, obviously.
Yeah. Yo, actually, I think that year bro, I think Jack was playing in Cooperstown that year, bro. So
nah, was he that young? Maybe, bro.
That was like because we were sophomores.
Yeah, so he'd be 3 years.
Yeah.
So he would have been in middle school.
2. I think he was in 8th grade.
Yeah. I mean, he might have. But that 3-1 comeback.
Yeah. I watched that shit like in a fucking log cabin.
I watched a couple games. I was working at Chick-fil-A, man. I would get off and the game would already be on.
No, that 3-1 comeback was crazy. I was at the crib watching that shit.
Yeah, but I remember being in Greece and they were talking about Dellavedova. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy, bro? Dellavedova was like clamping up.
Just stepped up.
Oh, man.
That
was a good time, bro. It was a good time. Might have to do a podcast from Greece. Who knows, bro? So we'll see. But regardless, man, it is one of the best times. Sports, basketball. Baseball, man. Shout them Guardians, man. I know it says Indians on the cup. Don't cancel me. It's an old cup. Guardians, bro. That's what the cup says, bro. Can't change that. Another extra innings dub today. I know it's against the A's, bro, but looking better than your Dodgers. So that's all I really gotta say. Emmanuel Clase, save leader.
Fam,
Shane
Dodgers
Bieber,
they're either scoring 10 or they're getting shut out, bro. There's no between.
It looks like Trey Turner made the worst decision ever going to Philadelphia. I don't think they've won a game. So,
man, he getting the bag.
He's still playing well. Yeah, it's true. Regardless, man, Goal2Go pod on TikTok if it doesn't get banned. Might have to start up that IG Reels, man. I've been telling you. With this TikTok shit at this point. But still Goal2Go pod on TikTok. Goal2Go on YouTube. Like, comment. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. TikTok, hit that follow button. Hit that share button, man. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Catch y'all next week, man. Peace.